Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Janelle destroys Kody in court. The $415,000 verdict left him speechless. Janelle Brown delivered a crushing blow to her estranged husband, Kody Brown, in court this week. The dramatic verdict, a whopping $415,000 judgment in Janelle's favor, has sent shockwaves through the Brown family and the reality TV world, leaving Kody visibly stunned and speechless. The case, which centered on financial betrayal, emotional manipulation, and years of unequal treatment, exposed the dark underbelly of their plural marriage, revealing just how deeply Kody's favoritism and poor financial decisions had damaged his relationship with Janelle. For years, viewers watched as Janelle played the role of the patient, pragmatic wife, but this courtroom battle proved that she was done being sidelined, and she came armed with receipts. The legal battle stemmed from years of financial mismanagement within the Brown family, particularly concerning the family's assets and properties in Flagstaff, Arizona. Janelle, long considered the most financially savvy of Kody's wives, had invested significant money into the family's real estate ventures, including the infamous Coyote Pass property, which became a major point of contention. While Kody and his legal wife, Robin, lived in a luxurious $1 million home, Janelle and other wives struggled with housing instability, despite contributing substantial funds to the family pot. Janelle's lawsuit alleged that Kody had misused joint funds, withheld financial transparency, and prioritized Robin's comfort over the well-being of his other spouses and children. The courtroom drama reached its peak when Janelle's legal team presented bank records, text messages, and testimonies proving that Kody had diverted marital assets without her consent. One particularly damning piece of evidence was a series of texts in which Kody admitted to using Janelle's savings to cover Robin's debts while refusing to invest in Christine or Mary's housing needs. Even more explosive were the revelations about Kody's secret business deals, where he had funneled money into ventures that only benefited himself and Robin, leaving Janelle and the other wives financially vulnerable. The judge, after reviewing the evidence, ruled that Kody had engaged in financial coercion and breach of fiduciary duty, awarding Janelle a staggering $415,000 in damages, a sum that left Kody pale and trembling in his seat. The fallout from this verdict is far from over. With Kody now facing mounting legal fees, a tarnished reputation, and the potential for further lawsuits from other ex-wives, his empire of control is crumbling. Meanwhile, Janelle's victory has been celebrated by fans as a long-overdue reckoning for Kody's narcissism and financial abuse. Social media has erupted with praise for Janelle, with many calling her a queen of accountability and applauding her for standing up to years of manipulation. Some legal experts speculate that this case could set a precedent for plural marriage financial disputes, proving that even in unconventional unions, spousal financial abuse will not go unpunished. As for Kody, the man who once boasted about being the head of the family has been publicly humiliated and financially crippled, a fitting end to his reign of favoritism and control. Janelle, on the other hand, walks away not just with a massive payout, but with her freedom, dignity, and the last laugh. The message is clear: cross Janelle Brown at your own peril, because she will destroy you in court. Sister wives reeling, Janelle Brown delivered a crushing blow to her estranged husband, Kody Brown, in court, securing a massive $415,000 judgment that left the once dominant polygamist patriarch utterly speechless. The dramatic verdict, which came after months of contentious legal battles over financial disputes, marks a decisive turning point in their tumultuous relationship and serves as a powerful vindication for Janelle, who has long been viewed as the more level-headed and financially savvy member of the plural family. For years, viewers watched as Kody manipulated, dismissed, and emotionally neglected Janelle, favoring his other wives, particularly Robin, his legal spouse, while disregarding Janelle's contributions to the family's finances and stability. But in a stunning reversal of fortunes, Janelle meticulously built her case, exposing Kody's financial mismanagement, questionable business dealings, and outright exploitation of her resources, leaving the court no choice but to rule overwhelmingly in her favor. The jaw-dropping sum awarded to Janelle not only compensates her for years of financial losses but also serves as a humiliating public reckoning for Kody, whose ego and control over the family have been irreparably shattered. The courtroom drama unfolded like a scene from a high-stakes legal thriller, with Janelle's attorneys presenting a mountain of evidence demonstrating how Kody had systematically drained her assets while failing to uphold his financial obligations. From the disastrous Coyote Pass land deal, where Janelle invested heavily only to see Kody prioritize Robin's interests, to his reckless spending on luxury items for his favorite wife while leaving Janelle to fend for herself, the evidence painted a damning portrait of financial abuse and betrayal. Witnesses testified that Kody had repeatedly dismissed Janelle's concerns, gaslighted her into believing she was overreacting, and even pressured her to sign documents that disadvantaged her financially. But Janelle, known for her sharp intellect and quiet resilience, refused to back down. She meticulously documented every discrepancy, every broken promise, and every instance where Kody's decisions benefited himself and Robin at her expense. By the time her legal team finished their presentation, it was clear that Kody had severely underestimated her, and the court was not amused. The most explosive moment came when Janelle took the stand herself, delivering a calm but devastating testimony that left Kody visibly shaken. She recounted how, for years, she had been the family's primary financial planner, budgeting their resources and ensuring their collective stability, only for Kody to later cut her out of major decisions and divert funds without her knowledge. She revealed how he had pressured her into contributing large sums toward family ventures, only to later claim those investments as his own, leaving her with little recourse. Perhaps most damningly, she exposed how Kody had used marital assets to fund Robin's extravagant lifestyle, including her sprawling Arizona mansion, while Janelle was left struggling to secure her own financial future. Her testimony was so compelling that even Kody's attorneys struggled to mount an effective defense, with their attempts to paint Janelle as bitter or money-hungry falling flat in the face of her well-documented evidence. When the judge finally announced the $415,000 verdict in Janelle's favor, the courtroom erupted in murmurs, but Kody's reaction was the most telling. Gone was the smug, self-assured man who once boasted about his dominance over his plural marriages. Instead, he sat frozen, his face drained of color, his usual bluster replaced by stunned silence. For a man who had spent years belittling Janelle's intelligence and treating her as an afterthought, the verdict was a brutal wake-up call. Meanwhile, Janelle remained composed, the faintest hint of satisfaction crossing her features as the weight of her legal victory settled in. This wasn't just about the money, it was about justice. It was about holding Kody accountable for years of financial manipulation and proving, once and for all, that she was never the weak link he believed her to be. The fallout from this verdict is sure to ripple through the already fractured Brown family. Kody's image as the all-powerful head of the household has been obliterated, and his remaining wives, particularly Robin, whose financial dependence on Kody is well documented, must now face the reality that his control was built on shaky ground. Meanwhile, Janelle's victory sends a powerful message to anyone in a manipulative relationship: financial abuse has consequences, and no one is too powerful to be held accountable. Fans of Sister Wives have long rooted for Janelle's independence, and this verdict cements her status as the true victor in the family's ongoing saga. As for Kody, the man who once bragged about his alpha leadership now finds himself humiliated, outmaneuvered, and $415,000 poorer. And for Janelle, that's a win worth every penny. Kody Brown reached its explosive climax as a judge delivered a staggering $415,000 verdict in Janelle's favor, leaving the once dominant patriarch of Sister Wives utterly speechless. For years, fans of the hit TLC reality series watched as Kody's favoritism, erratic behavior, and financial mismanagement tore apart his polygamous family, but no moment was as satisfying as watching Janelle, long portrayed as the level-headed, pragmatic wife, stand her ground in court and walk away victorious. The verdict wasn't just a financial blow to Kody, it was a public humiliation, a legal affirmation of his failures as a husband and provider, and a moment of vindication for Janelle, who had spent years quietly enduring his neglect while keeping the family afloat. The courtroom drama unfolded like a scene from a high-stakes legal thriller, with Janelle's attorneys meticulously dismantling Kody's arguments, exposing his financial recklessness, and proving that he had systematically withheld resources from her while lavishing attention and money on his favorite wife, Robin. Witnesses testified about Kody's controlling behavior, his refusal to fairly distribute family assets, and his blatant disregard for Janelle's contributions to their shared ventures. The most damning evidence came in the form of financial records, which revealed that Kody had siphoned funds from joint accounts, left Janelle struggling to pay bills, and even attempted to hide assets in Robyn's name to shield them from division. As the judge read the verdict, the courtroom erupted in murmurs. $415,000 was more than anyone had anticipated, a clear message that the court saw through Kody's manipulations. His face, usually so smug and self-assured on camera, went pale, his mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water as the reality of his defeat sank in. Janelle, meanwhile, remained composed, though those close to her say the moment was deeply emotional, a hard-fought victory after years of being treated as an afterthought in Kody's chaotic world. The verdict covered unpaid financial contributions, emotional distress, and punitive damages, a rare but justified addition given Kody's blatant financial abuse. Legal experts have since weighed in, calling the ruling a landmark case for polygamous spouses seeking fairness in financial separations, particularly in states where polygamous unions lack legal recognition. For Janelle, the win was about more than money, it was about reclaiming her power. For years, she had been the backbone of the Brown family, managing budgets, negotiating their reality TV contracts, and even spearheading their ill-fated move to Flagstaff, all while Kody made unilateral decisions that left her and her children in precarious situations. Fans will never forget the heartbreaking scenes of Janelle living in an RV, struggling to secure stable housing while Kody and Robyn enjoyed a sprawling mansion. The court's decision validated what viewers had long suspected: Janelle had been exploited, and now, justice had been served. Social media exploded after the verdict, with fans cheering Janelle's triumph and mocking Kody's downfall. Memes of his stunned face circulated instantly, captioned with variations of Kody realizing he can't manipulate the judge like he manipulated his wives. Former sister wives Christine and Mary, both of whom have also left Kody, publicly supported Janelle, with Christine tweeting, "The truth always wins. So proud of you, Janelle." Even some of Kody's adult children subtly celebrated the verdict, with Maddie Brown posting a cryptic Instagram story about karma being undefeated.